back for the second half. We're going to start with a rather unusual piece from an unusual repertoire, at least for Village Harmony. When we were in Colombia this past March with Northern Harmony, we were at a big international choral festival in Bogota. And besides doing a lot of singing and meeting up with a lot of interesting music there was also a publisher there that had a booth. That one of the series of music they had was a whole series of new publications of music from Bolivia from the 1700s. Baroque music from Bolivia, which turns out to be a huge repertoire. In Chiquitos in Bolivia, there's this huge manuscript which has over 600 pieces in it. Mostly music that was brought to Bolivia by the Jesuits, who brought an amazing amount of music to many countries throughout South America, and not just to the cathedral cities, but to many of the smaller churches in the countryside as well. And this particular piece is probably one of that genre. Dates from about the 1750s. Anonymous, we're not sure who wrote it, but it's a wonderfully charming piece with a lot of Baroque style forms and mannerisms in it, but in a wonderfully kind of folk-like and accessible manner. It's scored for 2 violins and continuo, and we have, fortunately, with us 2 violin players, and 4-part and some solos. And you'll hear we're going to do 4 movements of this piece: the Kyrie, the Gloria, which ends with an Amen, the Sanctus and Benedictus, which ends with an Hosanna, and finally the Agnus Dei, which ends with the traditional Dona Nobis Pacem.
Pre-mass hydration.
Kyrie eleison, Kyrie Domine Deus Rex Celestis